And we are live. It's the 28th of the 11th, 2025. The time is 5 minutes past 5, and that means T minus 25 minutes until we get ourselves a cheeky sprint qualifying. It's going to be chaotic. It is 2 rounds to go. Championship rounds as far as deciding, ascertaining which one of these drivers will become your World Drivers Champion. 2025. Oh, the humanity, Cindy, Apollo, Error Unknown, Anonymous. You guys are legends. I'm here for it. I'm just listening to Jamie Chadwick and Brundle and Simon dissect for Maximilian Verstappen, saying that but for the failures of Lando Norris and McLaren and Oscar Piastri, then things could have been different, that they're only in it because of aforementioned failures. Jamie Chadwick talking about it depends on what you define as failure. What? Well, explain to me. Let's not get semantic here. Which one of those drivers on the grid in 2025 has outperformed the car on a most frequent occasion? Which one of those drivers have underperformed the car materially most frequently? Come on, Jamie, let's not be silly here. There is such a thing as Grice's razor. It's not the nominal. It is the substance that one would need to be paying attention to. Liam, you're a legend. Max long run place, look naff. You think you will be okay? Oh, Liam. It's looking a bit techie. I defer to Peter Windsor on these type of things because, again, infinitely more wise as far as, especially on long run pace. And in my very brief conversation with friend of the channel, Peter D. Windsor, it sounded like Red Bull have got some work to do, and ultimately the tale is told in terms of the times, right? The soft compound tyre, Max 121.5, Oscar 120.9, excuse me. And why? How do you know this is techie? It's the sector 3, isn't it? From turn 11 onwards, the McLarens are always going to be a gazillion. It's their natural habitat, medium to high speed, medium duration turns, working the bloody tyres when they're experiencing reverse deg as near as makes no difference. I don't know, chat. I don't know. It's a bit techie. But again, he would back against Max Verstappen. Lest we forget, he came into the race weekend as a hot favourite. A hot favourite. I tell you what's techie. Between Lando and Oscar. Remember, okay, we have all of these conversations under the following aegis. Remember, the Lando Norris only needs to gap Max and Oscar Piastri to the tune of 2 points. 2 points. If Lando wins the race, that's it, gonzo. If Lando finishes second, that's it, done as well. So all these permutations that will work through over the course of the race weekend. I'm talking about the Grand Prix proper, not the sprint, for which qualifying will come up in T minus 25 minutes. Oh, the humanity. I don't know how to cope if Max does it. I know there's a growing sentiment. I keep on going back and forth with Shez about this and Baxty. Like, I just can't. It's Max of 2012 even. It doesn't feel there is no justice in the world as in F1. It just feels Max will dominate. Here's hoping. So go on then. Let's talk about it because this is important. And bring up some odds. Going into this race weekend, the odds were as follows, because again, the odds makers know more than us, right? They're the experts. They make money from these sort of things. They had Maximilian Verstappen as a red hot favourite. 46% of the time they say he wins under the current circumstances. Lando Norris second favourite, 33% of the time. Oscar Piastri third favourite. I think they've been a bit techie as far as Oscar Piastri. I think they need to put some more respect on his name. George Russell too. 6% of the time. I think they've undercut that ever so slightly, but I digress. And then let me tell you about this. I've been looking at some. I'm trying to understand if past his prologue, which one of these bods are specialists around here. Well, Oscar Piastri doesn't go too badly. Oscar has 2 podiums from two showings around here. A cheeky second and a third. Don't hate that. Maximilian Verstappen has 2 wins and 1 pole around here. 3 podiums. That's Maximilian Verstappen. Lewis has 1 win, 1 pole, and 1 podium, of course. That makes sense. George has 1 pole, So therefore, I think Max tends to go quite well around it, as does Oscar Piastri, owing to sector 3 and them their medium to high speed, medium duration turns. And again, here's what's important. Recent winners, 2024 and 23, Maximilian Verstappen. 21 was Sir Lewis. Recent pole sitters, George last year, by dint of whatever happened to Max's power unit, he would have put it on pole. Otherwise, 23 was also Max Verstappen. 21, Sir Lewis Hamilton. Most wins by grid position per F1 stat Dan. 66.7% pole from P2, 33.3% at the time. Vital statistics. First Grand Prix around here was 2021. Track length is 5.419 kilometres. Track lap record 122.384. Lando Norris. 2024 McLaren. Most pole positions. Maximilian Verstappen. Most pole wins. Most wins. Max Lewis George. There we go. It's going to get techie. Pole run to braking point. The first turn, 374 metres long. Overtakes complete in 24. There were 81 of those. Safety car probability 67% of the time. Virtual safety car probability the same, 67% of the time. Oh, here we go. Frederick, so good to see you, mate. How's it going over there at Fiorano? I haven't heard much about Ferrari for the past, let's say, 2 or 3 weeks. How's John Elkann getting on, Fred? Has he retreated? He's not saying. John Elkann can't be putting his foot in his mouth before the world's media and press anymore, can he? Surely not. Chairman of Stellantis and therefore holder of the red pen over there at the red team, the yellow badge and the black prancing course. John Elkann wouldn't say anything, would he? He wouldn't be a cantankerous, attention-seeking megalomaniac who cheats his taxes allegedly. Yeah, that's not John Elkann, surely. Surely, no. Whoever says that, don't believe them. Their reports. Whoever says that's telling you lies. Techier than techie things, Umarch. It is going to get techier than techie things, easy G. I'm nervous now. I am nervous. This matters. Feels like we're getting ourselves a climax. You know, in Game of Thrones, you've waited all the while to see what happens to Jon Snow, and then spoiler alert if you haven't seen Game of Thrones, and then he gets unalived, only to come back a couple of weeks later. It feels like a crescendo, is what I mean to say, as far as the F1 season is concerned. T-minus 11 minutes until we get ourselves a cheeky sprint quali. Oh, Brundle chiming in on the Lewis Hamilton dichotomy. Paradox. Oscar is on it. It's now or never. Miami says Max will be front row, all we need. Front row, true, Darius. I see where you're going with that. I see what you're doing with that. 374 metres down to turn 1. It should be all right, this Max fellas, particularly on the softs. The brinksmanship will fare well, won't he? Where are Shez and Baxty? Shez will be at work, and Baxty will be at work as well, I think. Techie than techie things. Red ink. Max kicks the door in like Walder Frey. Let's go. Game of Thrones analogies. One come all. 285 of you watching Kokori, do me a favour. Smash the like if, of course, you are so inclined. If you cheat your taxes, you're a bad person, objectively, says Ewatch. So Mark Beats, you're a legend out here gifting memberships. I appreciate you, sir. More than words might be able to convey. You can't tell that to my wife, Umarch. She works on the fringes of tax for a living. There's a fine line between the legality of tax avoidance versus evasion. The former is legal, reprehensible perhaps, but legal nevertheless. The latter is not. Everyone unknown, you gotta. Yeah, I would recommend, if you had yourself a few hours spare, I definitely recommend Game of Thrones as one of the greatest pieces of television, pant-wetting cinema. Yeah, no, if you haven't watched Game of Thrones, watch it already. Let's see, you flew in with, oh no, Dr. Fistus, you're going to get me in trouble, mate. Those names we try and stay away from these days. 309 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour, smash the like. Top right of your screen, you can see a little cheeky QR code. Hopefully, if you want to become a member, you can use that now. Your boy's trying to be at the what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to be at the zenith of technical innovation or something like that. Let's see, he flew in. Yeah, Goethe is great. Just, I know. Have you seen the horse, Dr. Fistus? The like hind legs of the horse are beautifully drawn and brilliant. And then, oh no, the head of the horse is beautifully drawn and brilliant. And when you get to the hind legs, it's just like, that's sadly what Game of Thrones is, right? They started off so brilliant, it's like the best thing, but then the final couple of seasons didn't live up to the greatness of the first few. Oh, the humanity indeed. Easy G, how you feeling, chat? We need to get a cheeky vote out, don't we? If you're a brand new member, get yourself over to the community tab and get yourself in the Discord. There is a link, and it gets techier than techie things. Right, we need a poll for the poll, sprint poll. I heard, apparently, courtesy of Mahad from F1 TV, legend, F1 TV, McLaren Fan TV, that Benson, in the commentary for FP1, said something to this effect, that McLaren weren't running too low, that they were running too high. And because of that, that's where the excessive porpoising came in. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure if that passes the smell test. I'm honest. But Benson is one of the go-tiest ones. You can bank on him. It's going to be tight here, this sprint. It's going to be really tight now that Oscar's in there, and it's George as well. It's going to be tight. There's going to be more than a few people competing for this pole here. But it is only the sprint, eh? The Verstappens send their regards. As you could. That's so good, Stephen. And so wicked also. I too am feeling very nervous. Easy G. I think it's par for the course. You'd have to check your pulse if you call yourself an F1 fan and aren't feeling something, right? Surely. Get it. Huh. Shout out JP. A lot of money coming in for Oscar Piastri here. What's up, Cam? How's it going? I'm good, thanks, Ethan. I appreciate you, mate. I'm better than I deserve, some say. Happy Friday. I'm glad to be here joining with you. Apparently I still can't talk, so Vauxhall conference levels of enunciation on display today for some reason. I think I'm just relieved to be out the back of the working week. Do you know what I mean? I've no hopes Red Bull find an answer to the rocket ship McLaren. Oh, the humanity. It's awfully pessimistic. I didn't get a notification. Clive, just make sure you hit the bell. Hit subscribe again if you haven't already, and then just hit notification. Sometimes when YouTube updates your app on your phone, sometimes these things can happen. It's a lot of points. It is indeed. Dr. Fistus 24 is the delta between Lando and second and third place. Oscar and Max. It's techie. Cam, no Lewis in the pole. Abbas, don't do it, mate. Don't do it. How? You know what? I had a massive beam up on it earlier on in the season. Like the first 10 races, there would always be caught LH every time I put the poll out, which of course is a function of whatever the odds makers are seeing. If the odds makers have as first, second, and third favourites Max Verstappen, then that's what's going to go in the poll. If they have the first, second, and third favourites as Lewis, then that's what's going in the poll. Like I have no dog in this fight. You know what I mean? Truth value, objectivity, and there's no closer benchmark to the probabilistic truth than the odds makers, since they're the so-called experts and make money out of this. Oh, Cameron, where's Lewis Hamilton? Why is Lewis Hamilton not in this poll? Sadly for Lewis Hamilton fans, stands, and evangelists, there was no calls shortly after, let's say, race 4 or 5, because it became a trend that Lewis, after the Chinese Grand Prix sprint, probably wasn't going to be featured in a podium again, nor a pole. nor a race victory. And this isn't just Lewis, right? It's the car, it's the circumstance, it's acclimatization, it's politics. It's a very multifaceted causation story, this, as far as Lewis Hamilton's underperformance. By his own words, his horrendous first season at Scuderia Ferrari. You got to be careful what you wish for, you know, chat. Sometimes your dreams, the line that delineates dreams and nightmares is often dotted, very thin, grey, to the point that you can't even discern it. Even the most discerning eye amongst you. I fear Max domination underway. Easy G, I wouldn't listen, all I know is this. If we're talking about times, when Tsunoda-san on a 120, well, we'll talk about FP1 now, T minus 12 minutes away from a cheeky sprint. When Tsunoda-san is a 128 and Max Verstappen is a 121.5, 0.3 I don't think is truly reflective of the gap. So either Tsunoda-san went really quick or Max Verstappen went really slow. Or maybe it's a mix of the both. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's more the latter than the former, but we'll see shortly. We'll see shortly. Max Verstappen, by the way, on a 121.5, half a second adrift of the chart-topping time of Oscar Jack Piastri, which was a 120.924. Oh, the humanity. Lewis is laying in the bed that he made for himself. Phoenix could have stayed at Mercury, but then Phoenix, it's everybody can be a god tier Monday morning quarterback now. Your boy over here was saying, well, you know what? If Lewis wants to go across the Ferrari and sample some Fiorano pasta and drink some Marinella wine, that's his dying wish. Then roll the dice sometimes. Do you know what I mean? You only get one. Time is a finite resource, some say. So sometimes you got to consequence be damned. Would Lewis, with the benefit of hindsight, been better staying at Mercedes going into 2026? Just like Toto said, I'm not surprised that Lewis moved, but I'm surprised at the timing. Probably with the benefit of hindsight. But again, everybody can be a Monday morning quarterback. Do you know what I mean? Everybody. Hindsight is always 2020. Initially, they used to run for the hills. Now they reside there. There's no coming back too much. And oh my gosh, it's a shame. You know when you're right, but you wish you were wrong? That's where I am with Sir Lewis. I wish I would trade a lot for Lewis to still be up there. Can you imagine Lewis and Max again, 2020? Oh, that they changed the rules at the end of 2021 is just like, is there a bigger fumble in F1 history? Can you imagine if they said, you know what, this season was too good? I know you guys have been pummeling all these millions into R&D, but this 2021 season was far too good. Stop the press. Keep everything as it is. Let's roll forward. Don't even develop. Just carry on developing as if we'll kick off the new rules from 2023. But 2022, let's keep it as we are and let's go again. Can you imagine the rematch? Oh my gosh. But F1 never fails to seize defeat from the jaws. No mores of victory. Cannot. No, will not. What the hell has George Russell ever won? But hey, at least he's won a couple of Grand Prix, Michael. If we're being precise with our language. My bet is on Stroll. Your bet is always on Stroll. What now that he's got Adrian Newey as team principal for 2026, that provides him with the requisite certainty to go and deliver upon his not insubstantial potential? I don't think so. Our very day. Max is such a psychological monster. The concept of self-doubt is entirely foreign to him. Mentally, he could grab Lando's brain with one hand, Oscar's with the other, and crush them like apples. Oh, the humanity. Kano. That very vividly described. So I will say this, though. In Mark Hughes' book, Unleash the Lion, it's called Unbeatable, Unleash the Lion, I think. Mark Hughes talks about Max, that he's that he weaponized. It's tender, isn't it? The thought that you should always be somewhere. It's, some call it entitled, some call it confident, some call it poise, but knowing that this was predestined, predetermined, almost, You'll be able to walk around the paddock with your shoulders pressed back, right? T-8 minutes until we get ourselves the cheeky sprint qualifying. And it will be techie as always. 3 segments, medium for the first 2. And then in the final one, the final of 3, you'll get yourself some quick, soft, compound, hot laps. It's going to get techie. What's Corinne Chandler talking about? On board with Oscar Ray. This is Oscar Piastri season. Look at it around here. Oscar loves this. Cheeky toe. It's the final set to where Oscar's always going to be quickest. That's the problem. Why the fudge would Jos go back with Christian Horner? Because Aston Martin may or may not have the quickest car on the grid in 2026. That's the play. It's a big gamble. There's a lot, honestly, between now and next season, the next 6 months or 4 or 5 months, going to be chaos. What's going on, JP? I used to be a big fan of Colby Covington, and he used to always say, "Hello, nerds and virgins." I might steal that. I think it's nasty work. It's a good line. Seb said the scary thing is that he's still getting better. Yeah, no, he won't be getting worse. He's 28. He's 28, 27. Won't be getting worse. Laurie's wonderful as always. Just stating the obvious. Everyone's a big fan of Laura Winters, apart from myself. I just don't see it, chat. I'll be honest with you. Not a big fan. Horner wants ownership. That's his goal. So then I think Lawrence Stroll, on the Chris Harris on Cars podcast, they just said that Lawrence Stroll is just rolling the dice, that the announcement that Adrian Newey was going to be TP from 2026 seemed very hastily pulled together. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. 531 of you watching Kokoni, do me a favour, smash the like. Sprint polls 10, next closest. He's good at sprints, isn't he, this Max fella? 27 is nothing, no, he's very young. He's very young. If you're using Lewis Hamilton as a benchmark, he's got another 14 years left, eh? Lewis Hamilton turns 41 early next year. By the time he's undisputed, time for pound never has. Never will lose a round. Horner might get really good at Friday. I don't know, A&R. I'm not sure that I'm buying that. I think the Scuderia Ferrari just getting a cheeky shot of Lando Norris stretching his back out. Is it Lando Norris 1.0? Or is it Lando Norris 2.0? Are we going to see Dustin of Stranger Things? Or are we going to see proper Lando Norris Monaco, Lando Norris Mexico, Lando Norris? It's a pick and mix, this is. Do you know what I mean? Is Lando going to be able to roll himself some performative sixes around here? Or is he doomed to repeat the underperformance mistakes of Christmas past? We'll find out shortly. T-5 minutes. Come on, Lando, says EasyG. Ted Kravitz is a joke. Nobody likes Ted apart from me. I think he's all right. He's one of the few that he's not quite a tabloid journo. He's not a breaker of scoops. But he it's interesting. Go on then, if we're going to have this conversation. Since I peruse the F1 news landscape almost as a second job now, you quickly learn the ones that are regurgitating and aggregating and the genuine in the know guys. It's very loud. It's clear as day. You couldn't mistake one for the other. And I think, here's what I think about Ted Kravitz. Love him or loathe him. Tweet went out earlier. You can hate Max Verstappen's attitude. You can dislike his aggression. But what you can't do as an F1 fan, as a fan of motorsports, is dislike his talent. And I think Ted Kravitz is similar. I'm not comparing him and Max, like not in that sense at least. But Ted, as far as his ability to get to the core of a news story, to break some news in the notebook, as an example, is worthy of mention. Let's say. Don't need to like him, but he's the one out there breaking the news about the potential disqualification. Both McLarens coming down the pipe last Grand Prix. Who else was out there? No one. Well, there were people there, but you didn't see them on television talking about it, is the point. Medland was, of course, doing it because he's a legend. Ronald Vording and Eric Van Haren, they were there too. But I mean, it wouldn't be the first time if the McLarens crashed into each other, right? T minus 3 minutes until we get ourselves a cheeky sprint qualifying race. There are 519 of you in the chat viewing. Do me a favour, if you like the stream, then like the stream, please. It means more than you might realise. Otherwise, the YouTube algorithm thinks we're out here talking rubbish. Abbots of Unreason setting. Go on then, your circumstance is this. Your track lap record, 22.384. We are round 23, 2 to go. Championship rounds. Therefore, track length, 5.4 kilometres. That it was a joke, says Michael. Find that lying, cheating joke. Oh dear. Michael. 4.2 kilometres elevation. 4.2. Oh, there you go, Cameron. Great start, mate. Something's off with me today. 613 if you're watching concurrently. Do me a favour and smash the like. Right. Overtakes completed last time round. 81. 374 metres down to turn 1. Last year, your winner was, of course, Mr. Maximilian Verstappen. I'm nervous. I'm nervous, chap. What is going on? I can't cope with it. It's only sprint qualifying. This is for 8 points, but your boy can't cope with it. No. Cameron, praise your fellow peers like Ted. Suits you well, man. I appreciate you, JP. I can't. I mean, I you've got to call it how you see it. Do you know what I mean? If indeed you want to be a person of integrity. Sounded like Kamala Harris on a debate. What? Who did, Michael? If you've compared me to Kamala Harris, there is going to me. I thought me and you were friends, Michael. That's no. Because if I were Kamala Harris, I would have gone on all of the podcasts and had a chat with Joe Rogan, met him where he stands rather than try to do it on Zoom, because I understand that there's value in new media and potentially you might not want to throw away such a good opportunity. Dr. Fistus, you're a legend out here. I appreciate you ad infinitum, gifting memberships. Do me a favour, if you're a brand new peddler, get yourself over to the community tab and get yourself in the Discord. There is a link, heart rate increasing. Oh, the humanity. I can't go. Oh. How do you like yourself some F1, chap? Is this peak F1? Stella, Sir Michael, I don't know what this problem is, mate. I can set up a political channel if you want, and we can talk about politics over there, but this, Michael, is not that. Cam can speak a full sentence, so not good. I appreciate you, Bailey. We are seconds away from a cheeky sprint quali. SQ1, as they call it. Let's go, Ackle Schutz. I appreciate you, mate. Do me a favour, subscribe if you enjoy the content. Again, new media F1. What we're not trying to do is keep the community at arm's length. We're trying to build one here. Cam, did you see Max's interview? We've been talking about it, Thomas, for the past 24 hours. We went live this morning and dissected for it. It's and I've watched it. Thomas, if you check out that video and scroll down, you'll see a comment from somebody that you might recognise. Some chat, I don't know, some chap called Cameron CC. I can't remember. There's a comment underneath the channel. It's got a few likes. Went something like, he's not bad, that Verstappen fella. Oh no, Lewis Hamilton not happy with the car in FP1. Higher downforce. Oh my gosh. So Lewis Hamilton can't control that car. Let's put more downforce onto the rear wing. What are we doing here? Ackle, where did you hear? Tell me, chap. I don't know what I don't know what people say. I try and stay here in the moment, present, like Lando Norris needs to do throughout this qualifying session. If he's to deliver and he's not in substantial potential, tell me though, Assel. What have you heard, and from whom have you heard it? Funny, your boy might probably is related. What are you saying? Negative, Lord. No. Your comment doesn't bear worth repeating. What's going on, Mange's missus. I can't pronounce words. Mange's missus. I apologise. Alf, I appreciate you. All the best Ferraris. Where's that Brown been? I don't know. Hamilton high. Leclerc light. This is a shambles. 100%. F1 TV per Andrew need to focus their lenses on the track. It's an incident on the race. Right, your boy needs. This is full Neanderthal man settings, and I apologise to absolutely no one. Okay. All right. Zach Brown hiding in the hills till Lando wins. That's his baby. Michael, yeah. Go on then. Maximilian Verstappen on one already. Oof. Careful, Max. I'll tell you what's interesting here. That they've let Max go out early. I'm sure track evolution is a thing around here. It is a thing around here. Yeah, Remount. He's not apologising for anything. 22.258 from Max. Early on though. It is running low though. Do you see that, chat? They've jacked that car lower between now and FP1. So Noda-san goes 26.9, 27. So 7.4 the delta between Verstappen and Tsunoda-san. Interesting. Charles Leclerc goes 22.3. 1/10 slower than Max Verstappen. Where are them there? McLaren's. Lots of purple microsectors from Lando going through sector 1. All eyes. Pick to click is 30.2 from Max. Lando goes 29.9. Chat. Holy smoke. Lando Norris 0.3 quicker than Max through sector 1 alone. What are we doing? This is the moment of truth, and going purple again. So he's carrying 0.3. Fudge. Lando's carrying 0.3 already, and Oscar's going quicker yet and still in sector 1. Oh, no. Oscar's bottled it. Sector 1. 27.6. Hajar goes top, quicker than Max Verstappen. Red Bull, can you sort your lives out, please? What? 0.3 quicker than Max. Red Bull, fix up, please. This is not good enough. All eyes on Lando Norris as he crosses the line in a minute. 27 points. It's 0.4 quicker than Max already. Holy smoke. Lando goes 21.621. Houston, we have ourselves a problem. Clive says, boom, get in there, Lando. Yeah, agreed. Martin Brundle makes the point. Unless Max had a problem, a cheeky mistake on his lap. If that's his raw pace, then this is an absolute abomination. Let's have a look. Yeah, no, Max is slow everywhere. Look at this. So he's 0.3 slower than Lando through sector 1. Another 0.3 and change slower in sector 2. So maybe in that, okay, so we've got to hope that Max has made mistakes in both sector 1 and sector 2. Here he goes, going again, Max Verstappen. Pick to click through sector 1. I'd love to see Max drop a 29 here. 29 something, Max, please. Purple microsectors. Let's go, Max Verstappen. 29.879. Let's go. Max Verstappen goes purple sector 1. Follow this up, son, with a god tier purple sector 2. Pick to click, so he's carrying a 10th on Lando Norris through sector 1. Green microsectors sector 2. Oh, come on, Max. A cheeky purple wouldn't go amiss. Young Sir 4, some say soon to be 5-time champion. Come on, sector 2, pick to click, 27.6 through sector 27.8, as near as makes no difference. So he's lost the 10th that he gained. Go on, Max Verstappen. Going through sector, he goes purple microsectors through sector 3. It is all about the purple microsector again, sector 3 from Max Verstappen. He goes purple microsector again. Come off the man, come off the Maximilian Verstappen, about to, let's go. 21.4. Your boy's commentating like this is for the pole. The pole proper for the Grand Prix, not just to get through to SQ2. But again, I needed to see a sign from Max Verstappen there. 121.5 rounded. That's a tenth and a half, as near as makes no difference. Quicker than Lando Norris 2.0. Currently, with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left on the docket, Max tops your time sheet. Feels nice to be home, doesn't it? It's where that chap belongs in his current form when he's had his Weetabix. 21.5 from Maximilian Verstappen tops your timing sheets. Lando Norris a tenth and change behind, although Lando, look at that, Lando's just gone to 29.8. Can you spell track evolution? Oh, the humanity. Oh, he's gone 3/100ths quicker than Max Emilian Verstappen. Oh, the humanity. But yellow microsectors from Lando going through sector 2. Pit to click is 27.8 for Max Verstappen. Let's see how close Lando can get to it. Although Oscar Piastri 27.7. Still got pace though. And Lando's about to go purple here now. Oh my gosh, Lando purple all over the show through sector 3. Purple, Lando's going to nail this. 21.2, 21.3 incoming from Lando Norris. The benefactor of track evolution. 21.4 rounded. Oscar Piastri though, potentially going quicker. The fine margins though, chat. I'll be honest with you. That tenth you can wholly attribute to track evolution. I think Oscar Piastri might be about to go quicker yet, and still Hulkenberg finds himself. Oscar Piastri goes 21.3. You can see track evolution is giving them each a tenth as they go around. Oof. We're in for a qualifying session here. How do you like yourselves some F1? Therefore. Go on then. Currently in the drop zone with T minus 3 minutes and 20 seconds left on the docket. You have yourself Colapinto, Antonelli, George Russell, Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Liam Lawson. Oh, the humanity. Oof, indeed. Remcon for Oscar. Oscar's flowing. I mean, he's going to be God tier. Look at that. Every time he gets to sector 3, he's going to be in his natural habitat like a shark in water. Well, the Mutts are in trouble again. They need to get moving, don't they? And they are. Antonelli goes purple microsector. Oh my gosh, 15th only from Antonelli. What is going on there? Okay, George looks like he's going. No, George is about the same as well. Look, they're really struggling. 21.7. So he's pulled it out in sector 3. Don't hate it. Okay. In the drop zone currently, T minus 2 minutes and 33 left. Oh, the humanity. What are we doing here? I can't go if it's too much. No. Oh, dear. And breathe, chat. No track evo for Matt's nose. Good. He put in his time and he's like, you know what, that's me. I don't need to go again. I leave that for these F1 muggles. Do you know what I mean? Let them crack on. They need to do another lap time. Where's Lewis Hamilton on this? Oh my gosh, Fernando 21.2 comes in the back door. 1/100th quicker than the McLaren of Oscar Jack Piastri. Go on then, Lewis. All eyes on Lewis here. Like, come on. Like, come on, Lewis. Please. It's not looking good, bruv. Not looking good. 800 of you in the chat concurrently. You like the stream? Then like the stream, please. Lewis Hamilton crosses the line and I'm nervous. More nervous than nervous things. Yellow microsectors each. Oh, please, Lewis. The pick to click 30.3 from Lewis Hamilton. Only the top 15 will get through. 30.1 is Lance Stroll through sector 1. Where's Lewis Hamilton? Through sector 1. 30.1. It's going to be tight, chat. Excuse me. It's going to need to go quicker than that is Sir Lewis. 30.2 rounded. Nah. It's not even quicker than Lance Stroll's. Oh, here we go. Forget Lewis Hamilton struggling. Max Verstappen flowing. 27.5, 27.6. It's going to go close here. 27.8. He's a tenth up. It's going to go 121.1 potentially, Max. 121.1. Oh my gosh. We are in for a qualifying session. And of course, if the margins are fine, then who do you back? Liam Lawson goes up to 9th. Go on, Lewis. Fudge. Lewis Hamilton 15th. Oh no, Antonelli. Look, Charles Leclerc goes up to 6th. Antonelli going purple all over the shop, mate. This is the problem. Lewis Hamilton's 30.1. No, Antonelli's gone 29.8. Antonelli's going to knock out Lewis. Fudge. Antonelli up to 6th. Lewis Hamilton down to 16th, of course. And the worst joke is Ocon, I reckon's about to go quicker yet and still to bump Lewis down from 16th even further. Lewis Hamilton is out. Gonzo, chat. What are we doing? I mean, what's going on? Through the speed trap, 322 kilometres. Just the car's just not fast, is it? But then the problem is you can't say that as a Lewis Hamilton fan when Charles Leclerc has made it through yet again. 21.6. Oh my gosh, Lewis Hamilton is half a second adrift of Charles Leclerc. It's not looking good, bruv. George Russell gets up. So go on then. Out in SQ1. You have Colapinto, Pierre Gasly, Sir Lewis, Carl Davidson, Hamilton, Liam Lawson, and Stroll. Oh, the humanity, chat. We're going to have a conversation at some point, aren't we? But I feel like, honestly, we've been having this guy. This isn't me gloating because it's not that time. But I feel like we've been having this conversation quite openly and transparently for the past, as near as makes no difference, 4 years. Since early 2022, your boy's been out here discussing whether Lewis Hamilton, whether you'll ever see a 2018 Singapore Lewis Hamilton ever again. Father Time is undefeated, undisputed. Pound for pound, never has lost a round. That's just the truth. There's facts. There's nothing. Once it goes, once it leaves you, there's no getting it back. And it feels like Lewis Hamilton's lost himself a tenth of pace. And he's against driving alongside modern day Jean Alesi, who's one of the quickest drivers that we may ever have seen. Oh God, look at the start of Lewis's lap. He's up behind Charles and he's sleep. What's going on? Unbelievable. Lewis used to win races on 3 tyres. Now can't even get out of Q3. Lewis says the car won't go any quicker. Can't get out of Q3. The Lewis Hamilton should retire before he tarnishes his legacy. I don't hate it, Michael. Already, I don't really want to see Lewis in the red overalls. I'm tired of it. It's can be rubbing my brow from stress. Like, what's the point? $70 million a year can get Ollie Behrman for that and change. Now you won't get the marketing upside that comes with Lewis Hamilton, who's not a businessman. He's a business comma man. There is difference, but sometimes to underscore that, you need to go out and put some performances, lest you wish to become the laughing stock of the paddock. It's tiring, chat. It's tiring. That's why you don't really hear me making Lewis Hamilton videos anymore, because it's bloody tired. Like I hope he comes back, but I don't think he will. Faith is belief, sans evidence, and I've never been invested in that. Turn 16 incident involving cars 4 and Verstappen noted impeding. Well, we've just gone to break. Sir Mark Boots, as per usual with Sky Sports F1, so I cannot see it. What a joke. Who impeded who? So gone there investigating that. Bloody Nora. Oh yeah, who impeded who? It's a good shout. Although I can probably guess. I can probably guess. All right. I should be at school, but my parents are legend. Yeah, I love that sign. 1,200 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour and smash the like. We're a couple of minutes away from cheeky SQ2 casualties in SQ1. Colapinto, Pierre Gasly, Sir Lewis, Carl Davidson, Hamilton, Liam Lawson, Stroll. If indeed you enjoy watching your F1 accompanied by the goatiest of all F1 apps to have ever goated, then download yourself on a PC the one that they call multi-viewer. Not bad, I'm telling you. Testament to that. You can get all of this that you see on either side of your screen and a gazillion other things. So Lewis had his era. He's living off yesterday, not his tomorrows. He's happy. It happened to Schumacher. As you say, Father Time is undefeated, undisputed, 100% draw. But sadly, this is just the truth. It's just an incident of the race, a byproduct of the upper echelons of motorsport. Now, Hamilton needs to do parties and the Met Gala. Again, he can't step up without a rocket ship underneath him. Potato smuggler, it's techie. I'm just waiting for the time when Lewis Hamilton turns around and pushes the camera away. I wonder what Angela will say in her autobiography. Yeah, let's have a gander at this. Did Charles Leclerc impede again? That Max guy. He's not bad, Zach Brown. You'd be having kittens, mate. I'm surprised if you'd be sleeping well at the moment. Remember Zach Brown's, what's Zach Brown's title called? The title of his book even. 7/10. It would be ironic. He's struggling, he's Lewis. Look at that. Hacksaw Jim Duggan on the steering wheel. Norris penalty income. Do you think, Darius? Really? So that we're still busy on Sky Sports F1 looking at Lewis Hamilton's lap before they deal with the situation that's updating in front of us, which of course is the bloody penalty. Lando and Max. I'm going to have to take matters into my own hands here. Lando's. Oh, Lando's saying Max cost him my lap. Saying everybody, Max got out of everybody. They won't do anything here, will the FIA? Will they? They'll get out of their own way. Lando was not getting out of anyone's way. Not really. Not really, Lando. Okay, maybe there was I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit awkward with it. But Max Verstappen is quite clever. It is the games, correct, Brundle? This is championship rounds, good sir. Oh yeah, we will remember Lando Norris. Remember that one? No further action, I don't think, Mark. No, won't. There we go. No further investigation. Bit naughty bit cheeky from Max, but not cheeky enough to warrant a penalty, I don't think. Let's go, Dr. Fister. A cheeky 2 sound channels. Yeah, no, it's going to get techie. Of course, Max has come here to win. Don't kid yourself and think that you're going to see anything except for that from Max Verstappen. That means some skullduggery in some games. If indeed you give him the opportunity, then whose fault is it? Never leave it in the... If I was Lando's engineer, I'd be like, you know what, just... Wherever Max Verstappen is on track, just make sure you're at the opposite end, mate, because Not going to work out for you. There's no advantage from being on the same piece of the black stuff as Max Verstappen. No chance. Max Verstappen on a hot lap here, bang into SQ2. We are 7 minutes away. It's going to be interesting when they put on the softs, because I didn't like the transition of Red Bull from the mediums to the softs. Sometimes the bulls that are red struggle with that, don't they? Purples from Maximilian Verstappen, although Tsunoda has just gone quicker than Max Verstappen in sector 2. What? So Yuki Tsunoda's like tracking a tenth behind Max Verstappen. What's going on here? Although saying that, Max Verstappen's going purple all over the shop. But again, this is the first lap of the session. 21.295 from Max Verstappen. I think we'll start to see regular 20 point somethings. Tsunoda-san goes 0.4, 0.3, excuse me, adrift of Max. Just need Max and Russell going into turn 1. Just like we saw Max and Lewis going into turn 1 at Losail in 2023, I want to say. Bro, pulling that curve. What are you saying? Who said that? Who said that? Greetings from Amsterdam, Cameron and chat. Don't forget, it ain't much if it ain't Dutch. Max, super. Don't hate it. I don't hate it. And they purple indeed. Go on, let me pay attention. Oof. 3/10 on Max. A tenth of that will be track evolution, but not 3/10. Techie. So you got to be last one out, eh? But there is a chance of a cheeky not safety car, but a yellow flag disrupting your lap. But yeah, and so I think it's worth the risk. Such is the track evolution, the extent of it, then it warrants being last of the late breakers around there. You've got to be out there last. Up to third goes George Russell, having nailed a first sector of 29.721. Don't hate it. Currently, Lando knows topsy timing sheets on a 20.956. T minus 5 minutes left on the SQ2 dockets. Oscar Piastri 21.0 in second. Russell, Verstappen, Hajar, Sainz, Leclerc, Tsunoda-san, Hulkenberg and Ollie Behrman in the drop zone currently. Kimi Antonelli, Alonso, Bortoletto, Albon and Esteban Ocon. I need some. I've got the Red Bull behind me, but it didn't seem very apropos. I don't want to do too much Red Bull consecutively. Apparently it's not very healthy. I'm sure that Max Verstappen doesn't drink as much as he lets on. I'm sure that in those Red Bull bottles is water, really. I'm sure. Look at that. Isaac Hajar tracking to as near as makes no difference. A tenth and a half. Maximilian Verstappen. This is his coming out party, isn't he? Isaac Hajar announcement incoming. The cans are, they have to be Kazama. There's no way that Max Verstappen drinks all that Red Bull. I'd love to see it. No. Anything positive, Lou says the weather's nice. He just wears it, doesn't he? He can't help but have the negativity leak out of his pores. Red Bull is fine if you drink enough water. But why don't you just drink water, or excuse me, Biochem? Why don't I just drink water? I enjoy the taste of Red Bull, I'll be honest with you. You got your money on. I think... Why do I think Oscar, notwithstanding Oscar's poor form of late, I think the track should suit him. Brundle says that Lewis Hamilton needs a cuddle. How very dare you, Martin Brundle. Put some respect. I know he's deflated, isn't he? Just needs the end of the season. Let's go, Neil. Sorry I'm late. First thing I hear is Lewis Hamilton. Honestly, he's depressed. I think he's it's impacting him. It's hard to get yourself out of that rut when the car is so SH1T. Maximilian Verstappen on a charge here. Let's go. All eyes on the sector 1. 29.746. Only 1/100th for drift of Lando Norris's timesheet topping lap. Yellow microsectors from Max here. Pit to click in sector 2 for Max is 27.6. Let's have a go. 27.6. Oh my gosh, Max Verstappen. So he's 1/100th for drift of oh my gosh, and he matches Lando 27. So he's carrying 1/100th. Purple microsectors from Maximilian Verstappen through sector 3, and another purple microsector. He's going to nail this. 20.8 incoming from Maximilian Verstappen, barring mistakes. He's flopped the final couple microsectors there from Max. What happened? 23.6. Yeah, something happened in sector 3 there from Max. The final 2 microsectors weren't good. I was sure he was going to put that on provisional pole if such a thing exists in SQ1. Got to learn from that as Max. I don't like that. 23.684. Very much. I don't like that. Normally you'd expect Max to go really well through sector 3, right? Medium high speed turns of medium duration where it's like Silverstone, Maggots and Beckett's. You're just 11, 13, 12, like 11, 12, 13, 14 if your boy remembers how to count. And now I don't like that. Oscar Piastri on 129.7, 27.8. No, Oscar Piastri's flopped that lap. Already 2/100ths slower, 200ths slower. Excuse me, 2/10. Oh, the humanity. Charles Leclerc 5th. Go on then in the drop zone still with 2 seconds left on the docket. Albon goes purple sector 2. That should be good enough for him, I think. Outside of that, you're looking at Bortoletto, Ocon, Behrman, Hulkenberg and Kimi Antonelli in the drop zone. Oh, the humanity. But Kimi Antonelli's still on the lap. Never count out the rookie here. Albon goes 7th. Don't hate it. Hajar goes purple sector 2. What? He's going purple microsector sector 3. This could be good from Isaac. Oh wow, he's 2/10 quicker in sector 2. Might put this. Oh my gosh, something's going on in sector 3. Hajar 23.9. So Hajar is. He did a 27.4 in sector 2 and then a 23.9. No way, and that's cost him. That mistake from Hajar in sector 3. What's going on with the Red Bull clan in sector 3? They can't get it together. Huh. Wow. Okay, so Hajar put in a god tier time, but then had a lap time deleted. Antonelli through by the hairs on his chinny chin. Out in SQ2. Ocon, Hulkenberg, Bortoletto, Behrman, Hajar. Not the cleanest from Max. Brunda makes the point that Max is out here finding more and more lap time by the session. And Lando, oh, third mistake of the session or the race weekend from Lando, another off. Go on then. Your top 10 looks something like this. SQ2. Norris tops your timing sheets on a 20.956. Piastri from Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen, a 10th as near as makes no difference behind Lando and Norris. George Russell from Tsunoda and Sainz. Leclerc, Albon, Alonso and Antonelli. Oof, he did nearly go off. He went off. He did go off, didn't he? This Lando fella. It'll be all right. We'll buy Lando. It'll be all right. I think. It's going to get techier than techie thing. Moments away from an all-important SQ2. That's it, Sky Sports F1. You go to a break, lads. Don't build any suspense. It's not like we're in the like dying embers of the championship. It's not like these sessions count or anything. Yeah, you just go for your break, chaps. Do you know what I mean? What's the point? 1100 of you watching could currently do me a favour. Smash the like. We won't know yet, Michael. Nothing reported, but again, I think it's a bit too soon as far as floor damage. ECG's like better not have floor damage. Knowing McLaren, they'll probably change it within the 30 seconds that we've got left before we get ourselves an all-important SQ3 round 23. LaSalle, Qatar Grand Prix, McLaren greasing sector 3. Rapid, absolute rapid fire. Even in the hands of Lando, I'd have expected Oscar Piastri to be quicker for his sector 3. Not happening though, because Lando Norris has had his Weetabix this morning, eh? British commercials, dentures, walking helps and funeral. Behave yourself, Dr. Vista. Behave yourself. It is going to get techie, Remcon. It is going to get techie. There's not going to be a lot in it, I don't think. He's the market lead. Oscar was faster. This is true. This is true. Oscar was indeed faster from memory. At all, from my notes. Oscar was 120.924. Not much though. Only 6/100ths. Lando Norris in FP1 did a 120.982. There was not a lot in it. Bloody no, it's congested, isn't it? Alonso, Def Jam Vendetta with Yuki. I mean, Alonso is a woman scorned in perpetuity, right? What is it? 8 points away from being a 5-time world champion as opposed to a 2. Lewis should just retire, Bradley. Probably. Maybe he should have just retired at the end of 2021, eh? But then his story would always been what could have been. Not really, to be fair. Not. Chill out, Isaac. Isaac can't help himself, can he? He does remind me of somebody who always used to talk like that in F1. Who always used to lose their mind in the car? I can't remember. It is going to be tight, Clive. I'd watch Def Jam Yuki versus Alonso. Oh, the humanity. I suspect that Alonso would find the way in there if we're arguing proper Def Jam. No, Alonso would pick up something, wouldn't he? 1,200 of you watching could currently do me a favour and smash the like. I'm grateful ad infinitum to each and every single one of you because this fan channel only exists as a function of you guys turning up. Yours is the conversations. Yeah, yours is the endeavour. It can't be just F1 monologue and me talking extemporaneously all the time. This needs to be a conversation. Lest they wish to do the sport that is the weird and wacky world of F1 a disservice. What Red Bull does to an MF. Oh, true. Yeah, no, especially for Yuki. I don't know what's going on with you. Well, we'll see at the end of I think we'll find out over the course of this weekend. I feel like somebody knows something, but they're embargoed. Isaac Hadjar about to get promoted alongside Maximilian Verstappen. Some say what Ferrari does to it. Oh my gosh, what Ferrari does to an MFer. Indeed. A couple seconds away from an all-important championship deciding potentially. SQ3. How do you like yourself some F1? I appreciate you saying that, Dr. Fistus. One day when I grow up, maybe I'll be worthy of such high praise. Maybe I'll be worthy of such high praise. Yuki Hayabusa Suzuki. I don't know what that means. Nor why I read it out. Giving your insinuation random. 1,300 of you watching concurrently. We're now deep into SQ3. T minus 7 minutes left on the docket. Lando Norris going out as late as possible, and that seems like it might be smart, unless Max Verstappen goes and nails himself a god tier 120 point something pressure circumstance. But the Lando doesn't even have the deltas on his steering wheel. So keen is he to be present here. Flow state, and I don't hate that. I don't hate that for Lando. That's what you're supposed to do, right? I think these guys will only get one run. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left on the docket, by the way. Huh. Will Max do another masterclass? Who knows? 66% of you think yes. 20% of you think Lando has the whip hand. Oscar Piastri 10%. 3% of you, George. By the way, cheeky code to scan if you want to become a member. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And we're trying to be technically aware. Purple sectors, some might say. Well, I'm not there yet, but we'll get there in the end. We are T minus 6 minutes and 1 second left on the docket. Come on, let's have a go. Whoop. All right, George Russell, pick to click 29.540. That's quick. That is quick. All eyes on Max Verstappen going through sector 1. Not very many purple sectors though. What's Max doing? Or has my screen frozen? 33. So Max has just abandoned this. He's doing something different as far as bringing in these soft compound tyres. Or maybe there was a cheeky mistake from Max Verstappen on that. He sat it off. Max Verstappen's come out of it. It's going to go again next time round. George Russell is on it though. 27.3. Huh. Let's see where George Russell shakes out here. Huh. 20.9 from Antonelli. Track evolution settings here. Quick laps. 20.5 from Russell. Oh, the humanity. That feels very, very, very quick. Very, very quick. Oh, Max mistake. Oh no. Turn 4. So he's going again. Oh my gosh. Is Max going to pit? Oh no. Max says the car won't turn. It's just pricing like an idiot. Max is struggling with it. Oh no. He's not going to have time, is he? Yeah. Brundle makes the point. Max has already had the very best of the tyre. That's not ideal. That isn't for Max. Kind of needed to nail it. Agile thinking. First time round. 20.622 from Charles Leclerc. Uncharacteristic mistake from Max. Oh no. They will call him a bottle job. Of course they will. Oscar Piastri provisional pole. Go on then. Here we go. 29.5. Lando's going to, oh my gosh, Lando's going to nail this here, I think. Is he going to make up? He's a tenth slower than Oscar Piastri going through sector 2, but he's going to make it back up through sector 3. He's been god tier through sector 3. No, he's not. Oscar Piastri nails it. 120.241. Oh, the humanity. T minus 3 minutes left on the docket. Let's go. Oh, shoot. Ah, it's a bad mistake from Max. Come on, Max. Flipping. Yeah, the car just looked like it bounced him off. And damage. Oh, no. Max. Go on, then. Those laps have now got 2 years old. 2 years. 2 laps on them scrubbed. He's got to come in. He's got to come in and get tyres, hasn't he? Max hasn't come in. Shoot. Oh my gosh. Chat. Max goes again. Oh no. Yellow sectors, yellow. Go on, Max. Let's have a word. I tell you what, if Max does this here, chaos. Shouldn't be making that mistake though, man. But I suppose not so much as a mistake. It's understeering a lot, says Max. It's got a clear track, but he's on three lap. Oh, he can't do this, Max. He can't do this. Those soft compound tyres are 3 laps old. Damage and also he can't do this. He can't do this. This would be outrageous. If Max goes and nails anywhere near. Listen, let me not even say anything. If anyone can, this Maximilian Verstappen fella can. 3 lap old mediums, but to be fair, they won't have a lot on them, will they? Holy smoke. Did a push, didn't work out. 1,500 of you watching concurrently. Do me a favour and smash the like. This is game time now for Max. Do you know what I mean? He's got to be everything that we know him to be and more if he's going to nail this. 1,700 of you watching concurrently. Do me a favour and smash the like. This is important now. For Max Verstappen fans, stands and neutrals alike, Max Verstappen crosses the line. Let's go, Max Verstappen. By this time, those soft compound tyres, as fragile as they are, have done 4 laps on them. Okay, he's gone green. He's going now. Go on then, Max Verstappen. The pick to click in sector 1 is 29.5. Can you put the camera on Max Verstappen, please? Is that too much to ask? Not like we're talking about a championship or anything here. 29.5 is the pick to click through sector 1. All eyes on Max Verstappen with T minus. He's gone 29.6. I don't hate it. 2 tenths adrift or 1.5 tenths adrift of Oscar Piastri's lap time. He's gone purple microsector in sector 2. Green, green, green. Go on then, Max Verstappen. Let's have a word, chap. You got to leave it all on the table now, Max. Bloody no, look at Sonoda-san. And now Sonoda-san wakes up, yeah? Sonoda-san puts himself 27.2. Go, Max Verstappen. Oh. But he's a tenth. He's a tenth and a half and then another tenth. So he's 2 point. Oh, it's going to drop in. It's going to be close to Russell here. It's going to be really close for third. Go on, Max Verstappen. He's on for third here, but it's going to be tight. Yellow Michael sector. No! 4 for Max. No! Oh, fudge. Oh my gosh, Yuki Tsunoda. What are you doing, chap? No! Yuki Tsunoda in third. Of course, mate. Why now? What for, mate? What's the point? What are you racing for? You've done nothing all season. Really annoying. Alonso goes third. Shoot. Max is all the way down in 6th. No. Where is SQ4? Please. We need it. George Russell goes top. 120.0, of course. Fudge. And then Piastri retakes on a 120.0. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity. Oscar's not having it, is he? Not around there. Sector 3, look at that. 23.4, we did say. Oscar was always going to be blitzkrieg quick around them. Their medium duration, medium to high speed turns. Oh, the humanity. 20.5 for Max. I mean, he needed to nail it the first time round, didn't he? Oscar Piastri's back, of course. Oh, fudge. He needed to nail it first time round, did Max, and he didn't do it for once. Uncharacteristic mistakes, errors of the unforced variety. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh. Oh. I feel like it was there for him as well. That's crazy, but fair play to Oscar. That's the story of the day, right? Oscar Piastri back in his natural habitat. Oh, Oscar got this third. Lando got this third by the dirty air, didn't he? Oh, mistake. That's a Stafford. Oh. Oh. Fudge. Max on fraud. Watch Safari. Of course, he's not good enough. Oh, that's frustrating. Whatever. You know what? Whatever. Remove. It's only for 8 points anyway. Who cares? Do you know what I mean? It's not like there's a championship. Nice job, Oscar. Fudge, yeah, that was a, yeah. Turn 4 was a bit, he just doesn't. Ice cold. It's only the sprint. Darren, this is my point. Great minds and that. It's only for 8 points. Max is fuming. Look at that. You want to keep your foot on the rhetorical necks of those McLaren buds. Do you know what I mean? I'm a bit fuming. 11%. Yeah, true. Did you get Oscar Piastri? Let's have a look what Oscar Piastri was for the bloody qualifying. I did. You know what? Let me not be a Monday morning quarterback. Let me see. I want to see. Look at that big odds on Oscar Piastri. Eh? It's always going to be quick around here, chat. Always going to be quick. You want me to let you into a secret? On Backs to Bees channel, shifting happens. They do predictions, don't they? Who's going to win the race? And Shez, in his infinite wisdom, picked against four-man Lando Norris and said Oscar Piastri, which was much derided by both me and Baxley. Shez knows. Shez knows. Not a bad F1 mind is that, Shazinho. Not a bad one, F1 mind. You guys have been legends. I appreciate you guys to the moon and back. I will try and get back for a cheeky 8 p.m. show. Friday, 8 p.m. as always. Formula 1 Fridays. Saturday morning, back again as per usual. 30 minutes before lights out in any session. By the way, as we round third base, let me show you guys the timetable so you can take a cheeky screenshot of sprint race kicks off 1 p.m. British tomorrow. Qualifying kicks off 5:30 British tomorrow, proper for the Grand Prix. 25 points, not 8 this time around. Race start will be 4 p.m. British GMT on Sunday. You guys have been legends, one and all. I appreciate each and every single one of you to the moon and back. Words cannot convey for why, because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me watching and talking about the weird and wacky world that is F1 between now and next time. What are we doing? Yeah.